Hello comic book fans, today we're talking about Rogue Sun issue 33. This is the newest issue in the Rogue Sun series. If you guys remember where we left off, Dylan was off checking out a college with his situationship while Ari was playing Rogue Sun back at home base along with the father, and they're spying in on this massive gathering of the Rogue Sun gallery of the villains and Mr. Poe, which is this cat. And the cat is a string of Morningstar, and they're pretty much being promised all these things in return because Morningstar is getting ready to come back to this realm, and they're putting together a plan of taking down Rogue Sun, and they're all being promised something in return. And there's a lot of familiar faces here as well. One of the more interesting things about this meeting is that there are a bunch of villains that we have not seen yet and some that aren't completely on board. Another thing that we see here is that Dylan and his girlfriend, she is again the most irritating part of the series, because at the end of the last issue she embraced and gave them this massive kiss like if everything was fine, but then in this issue that doesn't seem to be the case. And then that's when Dylan is running out rooftops drinking beer with this guy, and Dylan is pretty much telling him how much he's actually messed up when it comes to her, and how he's hoping that this trip he can kind of fix it, and for them to be together completely again. And as the guy is talking, he is sounding he's saying stuff that is very weird, right? He's saying stuff that's kind of way too on point, and this is after Dylan is done talking. It seems like they're just having a do conversation, but as this guy continues to talk about who he's actually here for, it turns out it's actually Dylan. And the guy Dylan had already fought, this is held bent from a bunch of issues ago, and he is trying to get his vengeance back on Rogue Sun, aka Dylan, for what he did to his father. And he, instead of just flying and attacking him, he pretty much told him, I want to get close to you, I want to know the people around you, because you're not the only person I want to hurt here, but I am going to kill you. Like, that's what he tells Dylan. Back with the meeting with the villains, some of them are really on board, but they want to get back at the people, that they was trying to destroy in the first place, while others, like the grandmother from the Bloodmoon family, the half vampire, half werewolf clan, she's completely not on board. She's like, Morningstar is just as bad, if not worse, than Rogue Sun, and she's like, me and my clan, my family are not gonna be a part of this. And like, there's just one chick, the chick with the sword, she looks a lot like Magic in that one panel, and that's because they're having this back and forth, because she's like, you guys are idiots. And they're going back and forth in this issue, right? They're doing like a page by page play, because now we're back at the battle with Hellbent and Rogue Sun, and they're scrapping through everything. They're destroying the inside of the campus and some of the rooms and buildings there, going back and forth and fighting. And Hellbent is really trying to use this opportunity to completely end Rogue Sun, but there's something else at play as well. As soon as Dylan wins the battle, Hellbent tells him that you're not going to kill me, plus I got people going after your girlfriend pretty much, and he's telling me you're going to give me the Sunstone. Dylan just leaves Hellbent there and takes off, because he's trying to go and save his girlfriend before it's completely too late. Back with the villain gathering, it was a trap the entire time, actually, to lure in Ari, Rogue Sun, and that's what this whole meeting was. It was to jump and completely destroy Rogue Sun. And so now all these villains are charging at her, and not all of them, because one is just sitting there drinking his tea, and Mr. Poe and all of them are trying to kill her, and they're using like everything like in the book to try to take her down. So it's like a 1v6 or 7 at this point. And in this battle, she tells her father, I'm not Dylan, you should just trust me, I got this. But then she, gets beaten up and gets jumped. So she's down for the count. And back with Dylan's girlfriend, they get, attacked. Not just the girlfriend, but the friend as well. And like they're about to snatch them out of their beds and take them God knows where. And that's when Rogue Sun comes crashing through the window and beats the crap out of everybody. Now, most of them just gets the heck out of there, but they're like, we were just supposed to scare them. I didn't sign up to fight a superhero, right? And I don't blame them. If a freaking fire warrior alien, thing come through the window and something I don't know of, I'm backing down as well. And Dylan just beats the living crap out of all of them. He tells them, you guys are gonna be in the hospital for a few months. And the last guy has his girlfriend, and he's like, I'm not letting her go until I know I'm safe. And that's when he gets completely snatched up, and we see like this green aura around. And it turns out it was the mother. She came like, at the last second, but she makes a dire mistake. She calls him by his actual name in front of everybody in the room. She says, Dylan, we need to talk. And his girlfriend is there, the other friend is there, and he's there. And that's the end of the issue. There's actually one more better ones in my opinion. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching.